Hey, what's in the shop?
Is the lighting good?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? It's Tommy from Galpin Autosports, and we're gonna do a shop walkthrough to see what we have going on. Wow, look at this. So this car just came in for some stealth PPF around the wheel wells or the haunches of the quarter panel. So this guy's in for a little bit of work, again, very minor. We just got back from the Bronco off rodeo. So that guy and that guy were out there for the event. It was a great time. If you guys check out our socials, you'll see a lot of this stuff, and we're gonna have some more content coming out from it. But yeah, the trucks were received very well. This obviously is running the ADV 3-inch fender flares, or not fender flares, full fender replacements front and rear. Forward parts lift, bumpers, Baja Designs lights, the ADV hood, heat extractor hood vent. So you guys did see this in our previous video, but it was not complete. It was still in the shop taken apart, but this is the finished product. Our client Oscar's Super Snake that we upgraded to LED headlights, LED fog lights, and LED tail lights. These things came out beautiful.
Nice.
So not only does the black housing complement the vehicle and like the decals and the windows, but it just looks much nicer. It puts out much more light, so it's a usable upgrade. And then the LED taillights as well. They completely look different than what the stock one does. So we're just gonna get this truck cleaned up and out to Oscar so he could enjoy it. Again, this guy's done, ready to go home. The green Bronco is another Bronco we took to the off-rodeo. This Bronco is set up with Method wheels, Yokohama Geolander tires. You have the ADD front rear bumpers loaded with Baja Designs lights. I love that accent. So Brandon, the customer of this, or the owner of this truck, came up with that himself. He said, hey, I want to do a Bronco in matte PPF and stick it on the door. And we first didn't know how it was going to look, but I love the look and I love his creativity. So this is something we'll probably do moving forward as well if someone else requests for it. And then we have the Bronco script. We have the A-pillar lights. I think this bronze color complements the car very well. So the wheels were in that color, the Bronco lettering, and the on the front and the back are all done in that. So yeah, this truck looks amazing. I think it came out quite nice. So moving on to the front shop, we have a Gen 1 Raptor in here. The Raptor died when the owner was driving it, so it could be a few things, but these Raptors are synonymous with having a fuse issue, fuel pump fuse issue, that the fuse gets overworked and melted, and it creates an issue. It won't start or it'll just die on you. So we're gonna check that, or if it's not that, could be an alternator or a battery. So that's what we're checking on this Gen 1 Raptor. This Bronco's buttoning up, so it should be done and ready to go home to its owner. And then we have a DBX here. So if you saw in one of our previous videos, we did a test drive with the 707, the brand new DBX. This is the previous model, which is the 500 and I think 50 horsepower unit, but nonetheless, a very impressive car. It came in, it got sold, so the customer wanted to custom powder coat the wheels. So we did that, but look at just the suspension, how it's made. Like the rear trailing arm looks like it's all machined out of chunk of aluminum. You got the lower control arm, like that sway bar end link is beefy. You got the big brakes with the two-piece rotor. You got a 6-piston caliper up here. My hand is not that small, or my head is not that small, and you can see, yeah, it's bigger than my head. So these wheels are off to get powder coated. They'll be back shortly, and this truck will be back on the road. Let's go check out the back shop and see what's going on. So the collection has kind of been moved around since the last time you guys saw it. We had an event here not too long ago and everything was taken out. So now everything's kind of being put back in, but in a little bit of a different order. So Lotus V8 Spirit. I think this is a Elise? No, Evo, no, not an Evo, Elan. Ah, there you go. Sorry, guys.
Only front-wheel drive Lotus.
Elan, number 1. We got a couple of Gondas over here. So we have a bunch of different things. We have David in here. So yeah. This is a very good customer Troy's Raptor that we built, you know, has the mid-travel. You guys have seen this on multiple videos. So the last time that he went out, we realized that because of the wide body kit, you know, these wheels are throwing up a lot of roost into this panel. Even though this panel is PPF with protection, paint protection material, it is getting beat up in a very bad way. So per the customer's request, we kind of masked this off in this shape, and he wants us to Line-X this area. So this area is going to get protected with Line-X, so we're not going to have any issues with the rocks hitting the painted surface. It'll be now a Line-X surface. So just little modifications or upgrades like this will come in handy. Here's a Bronco that we did stealth PPF wrap on, and we powder coated the wheels black, put an aggressive tire on it. This thing is ready to go. Yep. In the back shop, we have a few projects going on. Mike's busy over there working on a van Ford.
Hey, what's in the shop?
You tell me what's in the shop.
Man, we got all kind of crazy stuff in the shop. Today we are doing the transit, mounting the toolbox in the back. And this is actually, we're dual purposing this vehicle because this used to be one of our parts trucks. Now we're turning it into a mobile service truck. So now we can come to you and work on your vehicle anywhere. Galpin is always thinking ahead. So now we're gonna have a fleet of mobile service trucks. See you soon.
Thank you, Mike. So Mike will be the one actually coming out to you guys and doing those repairs. So keep an eye. If you guys want Mike, just in the comment section, say I request Mike to come out for the repair. So we have a Defender here that we're wrapping silver per the customer's request. We have a few pieces left over to do. Inside here is a vehicle that we have that is a very important and dear project to us. So this is the second year that we signed up for the Porsche Restoration Challenge. So the Porsche Restoration Challenge is a national competition that Porsche North America puts on, and dealerships throughout the country participate if they would like to. And once the vehicle is done, last year, for instance, the judging was done in PECLA, which is Porsche Experience Center, LA. And we took them down there. The judges from Porsche judged the vehicles and then handed out prizes based on that. And us being Galpin Autosports, such a long history in customization, this is a shoo-in for us. This is something that we definitely wanted to be a part of and are excited to be a part of. So the first car that we built last year was a Speedster, and then a Speedster with like a different twist on it. And this vehicle that we're building here is a Targa, which we're building into a Safari Targa. So whether you want to call it off-road, adventure, whatever it is, but the Safari theme we're carrying on through the build. So you can see we have a... Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye. Robert! Okay, sorry guys, let's cut back to this. So yes, this is a Targa Safari that we're doing 1974. I think it's a 1974 Targa Safari that we're doing for this restoration challenge. So we have a roll bar that Eric Simpkins custom made in-house, beautifully done. And then Manny is finishing up the prep work and everything to get it painted. We're gonna be painting it here shortly. So everything's blown apart, obviously. We're gonna finish painting, and then the hard part comes of putting everything back together. So here is a Shelby Super Snake. So this truck actually started its life out as a lower truck, but the customer bought it and said, hey, I absolutely hate the fact that it's lowered, let's lift it. So we did the exact opposite. It came in lowered. When we lifted it up, it has a 6-inch BDS lift kit on it. We took the wheels that were originally chrome and we knocked off the chrome and we did a brush finish on them. So when you get close, I think it came out quite nice. You can see the brush strokes throughout. Kind of catches the light differently. So we did the wheels. We put obviously nubbier tires on there because they had street tires on there. The customer didn't want to go too aggressive because he didn't want too much road noise. Now that the truck was lifted, because it's a lower truck, it didn't need any side steps, but now it did need some type of side step or assistant to get inside the cab. So we put amp steps in there, which are awesome because when you need them, they're there. When you don't need them, they go bye-bye. So this truck came out phenomenally. I like the way it turned out. We have a few touches of chrome left, in the center cap and in the exhaust tip, and we wanted to leave that. We didn't want to black out everything. So this build is done and ready to go home to its new owner. So this Bronco is an awesome Bronco because this customer's mentality is what any of us would love to do, because he just said, give me the best parts that you have and throw them on my Bronco. His budget, he's like, budget's not a concern, make my truck cool. So what we did is we threw king shocks front and rear, we did method wheels, running with a BF Goodrich TA radials. Not radials, they're TA, what are they? And they're just the TAs. So this truck's actually going to Saudi Arabia, so we don't have a concern with running these on the road here. It's gonna get shipped straight to Saudi, so it's not even gonna be plated in the US. And then we put carbon fiber, forged carbon fiber fender flares on it. It is a first edition, so this truck already has a bunch of goodies, but we are loading it up with everything that we could find. So we have Camberg upper control arms on it. Camberg upper control arms. You have the King shocks. And I think we ordered trailing arms for it. I just don't know if we put them on. Did we? Oh yeah, there you go, the Camberg trailing arms too. Look at those babies. That is beautiful. Definitely some eye candy. You can see the reservoir poking in there at the top of the shock. So yeah, this build is a build that anyone would love to have, because it's like a blank check. Just put cool stuff on my truck, make a boogie, and that's what we're doing. This G-Wagon is getting very close. So next thing up is really the engine and the trans swap. The undefeated 9D is here, getting very close as well. Interior is all done. We're just buttoning up the exterior, getting it all ready to go. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. But again, it's all dirty, so excuse the dirtiness, but it's gonna look nice once it's all cleaned up. Headliner all done in leather. So this one's truly, unique and bespoke. I can tell you that we haven't done this on any other Defender so far. And then what do we have back here? We have a couple of GTs, a 500 KR, king of the road. Look at that thing. This is one of my favorites. And then Roush truck in. I think this one's in for an engine. And then that Mustang in for some suspension, I believe. All right. So this is a very short week for me. I was out the past 2 days at the Bronco Off-Rodeo, which is an awesome experience, but it kept me away from the shop. You guys could probably hear my phone going off constantly. Let me call TC, don't worry about it. Yeah, I need 5. Yeah, at least we didn't run out of gas this time. Okay, do your thing. Thank you. So today is like a Monday ×2 rolled in for me. So we have a few days to wrap up this week. I have a few cool projects that are finishing up. We have the Bronco behind me. I have the F-150 Shelby Super Snake that's gonna be going home shortly as well. The Porsche we have to get on and paint this week, so it's gonna get paint on it before Friday. And look out for the Bronco Off-Rodeo video that we're gonna be dropping. The team did an amazing job of capturing all the content and all the fun that we had out there, and we're gonna be bringing it to you guys so you guys can see what we did and hopefully join us at some point. Cool. #1 guy.